For over half a century, one element has ruled our world: silicon. It's the silent engine behind your smartphone, your laptop, and the vast data centers that power our digital lives. Silicon chips have brought us incredible progress, shrinking computers from the size of a room to something that fits in your pocket. But what if I told you the age of silicon is coming to an end? The very foundation of modern technology is reaching its physical limits. Moore's law, the famous prediction that computing power doubles every 2 years, is slowing down. We're hitting a wall, but this isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new, even more exciting chapter. We are on the cusp of a technological revolution, a shift away from silicon towards new materials and new ways of thinking about computing that will redefine everything we know. These aren't just small upgrades. They are radical departures that promise to be faster, smarter, and more powerful than anything we've ever seen. Get ready to go beyond silicon, because the future of technology is about to get very, very strange and absolutely amazing. Let's start with the big one: quantum computing. Forget the ones and zeros of today's computers. Quantum computers use the mind-bending principles of quantum mechanics, like superposition and entanglement. This allows them to process a massive number of possibilities simultaneously. While your laptop is great for sending emails, a quantum computer could solve problems that are currently impossible for even the most powerful supercomputers. Think about discovering new medicines by simulating molecules with perfect accuracy, creating unbreakable encryption, or designing revolutionary new materials from the atom up. It's a completely different kind of power, one that will tackle humanity's biggest challenges. But what if a computer could think more like you? That's the idea behind neuromorphic computing. Instead of rigid logic gates, neuromorphic chips are inspired by the architecture of the human brain. They're built with artificial neurons and synapses that can learn and adapt in real time. This makes them incredibly efficient at tasks like pattern recognition and sensory data processing. Imagine a self-driving car that doesn't just follow rules, but intuitively understands its environment, or a medical device that can detect diseases from subtle patterns in your vitals, just like an experienced doctor. Neuromorphic computing aims not just for raw power, but for a more natural, intuitive form of intelligence. Then there's the race to replace electrons with something much faster: light. This is the world of optical and photonic computing. Information travels at the speed of light, so why not use light itself to compute? Photonic chips use photons, particles of light, to carry and process data. This not only promises a massive leap in speed, but also a huge reduction in energy consumption and heat. Today's data centers consume enormous amounts of electricity, much of which is wasted as heat. Photonic computing could make them incredibly fast and incredibly green, paving the way for a more sustainable digital future while accelerating everything from AI training to high-speed networking. These new computing paradigms need new building blocks, and that's where groundbreaking materials come in. You've probably heard of graphene. It's a single layer of carbon atoms arranged in a honeycomb lattice. It's 200 times stronger than steel, super lightweight, and a phenomenal conductor of electricity. Graphene and other 2D materials could lead to transistors that are just atoms thick, enabling ultra-fast, transparent, and even flexible electronics. Imagine a phone you can roll up like a piece of paper, or displays that are integrated directly into a window or your glasses. These materials are the key to making our devices smaller, faster, and more integrated into the world around us. Let's dive even deeper to the very spin of an electron. Traditional electronics only use an electron's charge to store information, but electrons also have another property called spin. Spintronics is a field of technology that harnesses this spin to store and process data. Because changing an electron's spin requires far less energy than creating an electrical current, spintronic devices could be incredibly energy efficient. This could revolutionize data storage, leading to instant-on computers that never need to boot up and memory that retains data even when the power is off, all while consuming a fraction of the energy. It's a subtle change at the quantum level with massive implications for our devices. Now, let's break free from rigid circuit boards. One of the most exciting frontiers is flexible and printable electronics. Using conductive inks and flexible substrates, we can now print electronic circuits onto almost any surface, from plastic and fabric to even human skin. This technology is creating a world of smart everything. Think of smart bandages that monitor healing and deliver medicine, clothing that tracks your vital signs, or smart packaging that tells you if food has gone bad. These devices won't be separate gadgets we carry. They'll be seamlessly woven into the fabric of our lives, making our environment more interactive, responsive, and intelligent. So, what does this all mean for us? The impact will be staggering. In consumer electronics, get ready for devices with unimaginable processing power and battery life that lasts for weeks. Artificial intelligence and robotics will take a quantum leap forward, with AI models that can solve more complex problems and robots that can perceive and interact with the world in a more human-like way. The massive, power-hungry data centers that form the backbone of the internet could become smaller, faster, and more sustainable. This post-silicon era won't just improve the tech we have, it will enable entirely new industries and applications that we can barely even conceive of today, fundamentally changing how we work, play, and live. Of course, this journey into the future isn't without its hurdles. These technologies present enormous opportunities for innovation and economic growth, but they also come with significant challenges. For quantum computing, the issue is stability. Quantum states are incredibly fragile. For new materials like graphene, the challenge is producing them at a large scale, consistently and affordably. We also face the massive task of building entirely new manufacturing ecosystems and global supply chains for these technologies. Overcoming these obstacles will require huge investments, brilliant minds, and international collaboration. The race to lead the post-silicon era is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher. We stand at a pivotal moment in history, similar to the dawn of the Silicon Age. The reign of silicon is ending, but it's not an apocalypse, it's a renaissance. We are entering a new era of computing, defined by a diversity of technologies: quantum, neuromorphic, photonic, and more. These innovations will work together to create a future that is more powerful, more efficient, and more seamlessly integrated with our lives than we ever thought possible. The transition won't happen overnight, but the seeds of this revolution are being planted right now in labs all over the world. Staying informed about these developments isn't just for tech enthusiasts, it's crucial for everyone, because these technologies will shape the future of every industry and touch every aspect of our daily lives. The world is about to change in a big way. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey beyond silicon. If you found this exploration of future tech as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science and technology that will shape our world. Let me know in the comments which of these technologies you're most excited about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.